Hey, what's up guys, AIO from CarNewba Detailing. Hoping you're all having a wonderful day, just like always. Now in today's video, we're going to be jumping straight back into our AIO polishing series. If you don't know what that means, this refers to a certain type of polish that is an all-in-one, meaning that it cuts, it finishes, and also adds a bit of protection to the surface that you're working on as well. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over PNS Pro Series Playmaker, probably one of my favorites AIOs on the market today. So let's jump straight into it and let me show you exactly why I like this solution so much. And like always guys, before we start polishing the surface with our AIO, I'm just going to show you how it looks like before. We got a small boxed off section over here, very similar to what we had with the paint reconditioning cream from Meguiar's. Again guys, this panel is crazy. A lot of defects, swirls, deep gouges, marring, chemical etchings, bird etchings, all of that good stuff. So don't expect too much. Manage your expectations so you don't stress yourself out. I know I get a bit stressed out when a product doesn't perform, but you know, you just got to manage your expectations for yourself and also your customers and clientele that you're working with too, just so that they know that only so much can be done with a one step, and if they are looking for any more type of correction, they have to go ahead and move on to stage 2 or stage 3 type of paint correction process, alright? Alright guys, so like always, we're going to be using our microfiber cutting pad from Buff and Shine just to keep it consistent along the AIO series. Again, this is a really good microfiber cutting pad, one of my favorites. I also really like Lake & Country's microfiber cutting pad as well. But this is going to be our initial stage. I'm going to show you guys how to cut with this to the best of your ability, but also leave a great finish, and then also kind of using it more of as a lighter finishing polish or jeweling polish as well on a vehicle that doesn't have as much defects as this does, okay? So I've got a few drops of the solution. Just go ahead, spread it out. You can prime the pad as well if you like doing that method, but we're keeping this consistent just like always. So go ahead, dab it, and we're going to start the polishing process, alright?
Probably asking me why do I use an AIO with a microfiber cutting pad most of the time. Well, it does give you a bit more cut and kind of speeds up the process a little bit. Again guys, I am running a business here, and if a customer is looking for just a quick polish or paint enhancement, AIO polishes are a great option, but I do want to maximize the potential to the best of my ability. So a microfiber cutting pad is a great option to do that. Not only does it cut a bit more than most foam pads on the market today, it also finishes off really well too. One thing you do have to realize is you do have to clean out the microfiber cutting pads a bit more frequently, because they do clog not only with any type of excess clear coat that's being removed from the paint because of the paint correction process, but also just the product that you're utilizing at the time as well. So please keep that in mind. But overall, Playmaker is a super easy polish to use. Great working time, and really easy to remove any type of residue from the surface as well.
Alright guys, so let's take a look at the results that we're able to achieve with Playmaker from PNS. As you can see, it actually did a pretty good job removing most of those swirl marks and light marring and scratches on the surface. It did about 5 to 6 pass-throughs with the solution. Great working time. No dusting issues whatsoever. Really smooth underneath the polishing pad as well for a cutting stage. So it did a really solid job compared to Meguiar's reconditioning cream. While Meguiar's was able to remove like about 40 to 50% of the defects, Playmaker was able to remove around 50 to 60% of those swirl marks and things of that nature with just that one pass-through. So really great experience overall while working with it, and some pretty good results. Again guys, hammered panel, so don't expect much, but this did a pretty good job overall. Alright guys, so just the same thing as our last test, we're going to go ahead and use the Euro Tech pad from Buff and Shine as well. This is more so of a light finishing polishing pad. We got a few drops of the solution on here, very similar to what we have with Meguiar's paint reconditioning cream. We're going to go ahead, 5 or so pass-throughs, again to test the limits of the actual polish itself. Typically, when you are utilizing an AIO, you do about 3 to 4 pass-throughs, get it over with, pop it out to the customer. But we're going to go ahead and test the limits of the actual solution. And again guys, this solution is a bit more runny, as you can see, compared to Meguiar's paint reconditioning cream. So you do run into a bit more sling, but it works in a lot better than the previous product from Meguiar's, and there's no issue when it comes to the product drying on the surface. Really easy to remove as well. So let's go ahead and start the polishing process real quick. Give it a couple dabs and let's run it.
Now again, guys, not every job that you run into or every vehicle's panel constitutes you to use a cutting pad or anything like that. That's why I'm showing you guys that you can use this with a lighter cut foam pad and still get some good results. Maybe the vehicle just has some minor swirl marks or defects that can be easily removed with a light polish or paint enhancement. So it's really nice to know that a polish works great with a foam pad for those types of scenarios. Again, guys, I'm using Buff & Shine's Eurotech pads. I'm a really big fan of these pads. Really like a lot of their lineup. Quality pads that last very long and give you some great results. But I'm also a big fan of Lake Country's lineup as well. This all depends on what type of vehicle I'm working with and what type of defects I'm trying to remove at the time. Every vehicle requires a different product and tool.
Alright guys, so let's look at the results of our final pass-through with the yellow Buff & Shine pad and Playmaker. As you can see, I removed the tape, and we can see that a lot of that marring and swirl marks and light scratches were removed with the actual product. Overall, it just gave me some better results than Meguiar's reconditioning cream. Way easier working time, just a better overall experience with the actual product. This is Playmaker on top, and now we're going to be moving into Meguiar's paint reconditioning cream over here at the bottom. And I just think it brought a bit more clarity to the surface, a bit more gloss, a bit more shine. And again, Playmaker, I did around 5 to 6 pass-throughs, no issue whatsoever. You can keep working it after that point with no dusting and great workability, while Meguiar's reconditioning cream has its limitations around 3 to 4 pass-throughs, all right? Let's go take the panel outside and test out its water beading and water sheeting abilities and see how well it protects the surface.
Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the water beading and water sheeting ability of Playmaker on the panel. Please do remember we applied Meguiar's paint reconditioning cream, on the top, and then Playmaker is the one nearest to the ground at the bottom. You'll be surprised that the reconditioning cream is still going strong and still has some type of protection on the surface of the panel. The first thing we're going to try is the misting function on our garden hose to see what type of effect we have. As you can see, you do get a bit more of a beading effect, obviously, but the water does run off a bit quicker on the Playmaker section at the bottom. Now, after the misting example, we're going to go ahead and try our shower function. You have a bit of a close-up at the bottom left of the screen. And in the shower function, you do get more of a water sheeting effect from both of the products. That's pretty obvious. This typically happens on most AIO products. But again, in my experience, Playmaker does sheet off the water a bit faster than Meguiar's reconditioning cream and also lasts a bit longer as well in my experience.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment if you have any questions below, and also remember to subscribe and hit that notification button. I try to make videos on a weekly basis for you guys to the best of my ability. Also check out my Facebook and Instagram page, links are in the description below. But besides that guys, Playmaker is a pretty awesome product. It's one of my favorite all-in-ones. I'm going to be comparing it to HD Speed pretty soon. Really great working time. Even when you're in the sun, you can go ahead and do 3, 4, 5 passes with the actual solution. No dusting. It's really easy to remove the residue as well. Does apply some protection onto the surface. It is Beadmaker infused, if that means anything to you guys. I'm in love with Beadmaker. It's an amazing topper and just standalone product as well. But overall, I really enjoy using this product. It's a lot pricier than obviously paint reconditioning cream, which comes in at around $30 to $40 a gallon, while this is around $30 for a 32-ounce bottle. So you do have to take that into consideration as well, but it's currently my go-to when it comes to an all-in-one polish. Smells great, great usability, great working time, easy to remove any residue, no dusting in my experience, and it still adds a bit of protection on the surface of your vehicle. And if you want a bit more, just go ahead and top it with Beadmaker. Besides that, guys, thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day.